What is the strange link between Touch of Evil and Richard Nixon? Have you ever wondered how a classic film from the late 1950s could connect to one of America's most controversial politicians? The link between Touch of Evil and Richard Nixon is quite fascinating. Directed by Orson Welles, Touch of Evil is a film noir that dives into themes of corruption and moral ambiguity. Set along the U.S. Mexico border, it paints a dark picture of authority figures and their abuse of power. Now, let's think about the political climate of the late 1950s. Richard Nixon was the vice president under President Dwight D. Eisenhower during this time. His political career was marked by an atmosphere of suspicion and fear, especially with the rise of anti-communism. This era was filled with distrust towards government officials, and Touch of Evil reflects that sentiment perfectly. In the film, we see a morally compromised police detective, which mirrors the public's growing concerns about authority figures. Nixon's presidency later became infamous for events like the Watergate scandal, which only heightened these anxieties. The film's portrayal of corruption resonates with the political controversies that Nixon would face in his later years. Moreover, Touch of Evil captures a sense of paranoia and surveillance that was prevalent during Nixon's time. Although Nixon had no direct involvement with the film, the themes it explores foreshadow the political intrigue that would come to define his administration. From a nostalgic perspective, Touch of Evil reveals the darker side of the 1950s, a decade often remembered for its prosperity and conformity. While many celebrated the post-war boom, films like this one highlight the tensions surrounding law enforcement and justice. These issues would become even more pronounced during Nixon's presidency. So, the strange link between Touch of Evil and Richard Nixon is more thematic than direct. The film reflects the complex political and social realities of the 1950s, which Nixon both influenced and was influenced by. Its exploration of corruption and moral ambiguity serves as a cinematic echo of the era's uneasy relationship with authority.